Hi, my name is Nicole, and this is the Schacht House podcast. Hi, and Happy New Year. I am so glad to be seeing you guys today and to be chit-chatting with you. As you can see, all of my things have changed. My YouTube, my Instagram, my Etsy shop, it's all Schacht House now. It is a new name, but the same idea. I'm still going to be talking about all things knitting and sewing, embroidery, crocheting, whatever crafty thing I'm getting up to. But I feel like this name kind of fits more what I am doing now. Before with Cozy Corner CK, the CK stood for crochet and knit. Not really crocheting as much anymore. Still doing a lot of knitting, and I thought that this would just be a nice little switch up. But you can see more of that in the little introduction video I made last week. So this feels brand new. Like it feels like it's been forever since I've podcasted with Vlogmas all month last month, or for most of the month last month. It just feels like I haven't posted a podcast in forever. So this will be the same as before. I'll start with my finished objects. And right now I really only have one to show you. I forgot to flip it inside out. This is the dinosaur sweater by Knitting for Olive. I have not done any of the duplicate stitching, like the color work. It could have been done, most of it could have been done through Intarsha. This was my first Intarsha color work project, and I did not want to hold that many balls of yarn at one time. So I just did the main dinosaur motif. I just did the main dinosaur motif, and I'll add all the other stuff on later. My son was kind of back and forth on whether or not he wanted the details, but he did tell me last time he wore that he decided that he wanted it. Let me see. I'm really happy with how it turned out. The neck is so much better, so much roomier. I just picked up extra stitches, and then I tried to knit as loosely as I could. I haven't done a proper block on this yet. I need to stretch the arms just a tad, maybe like a 1/4 inch, a 1/2 inch. It's kind of like an oversized fit, but the arms were just a tad, they fit them right at the wrist. Like it fits them right at the wrist. And I feel like it should have like a little bit more, the cuff should be a little bit looser, and it should be just a tad bit longer with the oversized fit of the sweater. But yeah, I'm really, really happy with how it turned out. I love this 2x2 rib. The 2x2 rib is obviously all of the ribbing, you can see. And my husband got me a steam, I think it's just called a steamer, like a handheld steamer for Christmas. I've been wanting one for so long, and he went and got me one, so I steamed this as soon as I finished it. And that helped lay it flat a lot, but I think this does need like a true block, because I want everything to sit a little bit flatter. I don't want the ribbing to be so bouncy. But that was really it for my knitting. I forget, this was a Cascade yarn that I picked up at She Sells Yarn in Daytona, or it's Ormond Beach. And the green was scrap yarn that I had. And then all of the motif details I'm going to do will be scrap yarn. I can't remember what this was though. I think it was like Superwash 220 or something along those lines. And I think the color was charcoal. But I'm really happy with how that turned out. And he has worn it. I mean, you can see there's already, like, it's obviously pilling a lot. And you can see there's a stain on it. I think he got lasagna on it. This has been very well loved already. He has worn it so much. Anytime it's cold out, instead of a jacket, he opts for this. But I told him I did need to wash it. But I need to do that tonight because he asked me about it every single day. So I'll wash that tonight. I think he wore it for our New Year's Eve party, and he kept getting compliments on it, and I so badly wanted to be like, I made it, thanks, but I needed to be chill. Okay, Now let's see. Now, since that's all for finished objects, we'll move on to whips. And I have a handful to show you. So this first one I'll show you is my snowman from Barrett Wool Co. The pattern and the yarn is from her. I got the kit. There's his little hand with his thumb. This is his scarf. I didn't make it as long as I was supposed to. And I just did like an odd, just kind of did stripes wherever I wanted. There was no like rhyme or reason. And then his hat, he has a lot of this brown color on him. So his buttons are brown, his arms are brown, and his hat is brown. I'm already done with this hat. I just haven't attached it yet. So I wanted to add a little bit of that to the scarf. And then I just do like a little, it was supposed to be 40 inches long. This is not 40 inches long. But I was done. I was done knitting on it. My husband accidentally threw away my felt for this project, the orange felt. So I did not get to do the nose. So I will work on that nose and get that done eventually. So I like having this, I like having the little stripes peep out. Ooh, I have an air vent right here and it just turned on. Got really cold all of a sudden. But I like having the little stripes peep out, and then I like having the little tan color peep out. So I keep that long and keep the red one a little short. But anyway, so that's it for this. I really like how it's turning out. It came with floof. It came with some mohair to hold double with the snowman's body. And I love how fuzzy it is. And I can't wait to give him a nose because right now he's just kind of staring into nothingness and it's kind of freaking me out. All right, next whip is my Oslo hat. I'm almost done. I'm so close to being done. I really just need to finish it, but I've been hopping around from project to project. You know how it goes. This is sock yarn and Surrey silk from Red Stack Fiber, and the color is Water Avens, and it is so pretty. Just the prettiest mauvey pink color. I can't wait to wear it. Can't wait to get it done. I need to get it done before it warms up again. It's been really cool these last couple of weeks here. Florida weather's kind of unpredictable. Like it'll be 80. Like this morning it was like 48, and then by noon it was like 75. And that's usually how it goes, but it has been really nice. It's been very cool, especially in the mornings. Oh, this pattern, this is the Oslo hat by Petite Knit. See, I'm a little rusty. We're gonna get through this together. This is the Oslo hat by Petite Knit. I've made this a million times. I've already made 2 hats for myself in this pattern, and I have a hat for each of my boys in this pattern. This is my favorite pattern my favorite hat pattern that I have found. I've tried a few different ones. The basic beanie, I can't remember who that's by. The muscle burr, which is also nice. It's just, I can never quite get the right fit. And then I feel like after a few wears, it like really gets loose on me. But this one just always like the cuff keeps on my head nicely. And I am going to knit it a 1/2 inch shorter than suggested for this one, because these ones stick off my head just a bit more than I like. So I'm going to try knitting this one a 1/2 inch shorter, and we will see how that goes. But I'm really loving how it's turning out. This little double knit or double cuff, whatever you would call it, I love it. And for my last project that I'm working on, this is my storm sweater, also by Petite Knit. As you can tell, we love Petite Knit around here. I just got through connecting the body a couple days ago, or joining in the round a couple of days ago. And now I am just working down on the body. It is this beautiful textured sweater. It's just knits and purls, and I love it. Here's how much I've gotten done of the body. You can see the sleeve, maybe about 3 inches. Here's the back. We have she has these beautiful short rows back here with this little, it's like miniature diamond, like a textured pattern here. And I love how it comes down in the V's on either side. I just love the way that looks, the structure that it gives it. And I'm really excited to wrap this up and have another sweater to wear. This is Cascade BFL, and I can't remember the colorway, but I'll post that down in the description below. Okay, I am thinking about adding a little segment in here, at least every now and then, called Knitting Plans, where I kind of discuss ideas that I have, yarn that I have. I have a lot of yarn that I would love to get through this year. I did just do a little bit of a de-stash and gave yarn to some friends, but I just have more than I want in my stash. I think I talked about this. I don't know if it was during Vlogmas or my podcast before I stopped. I just don't think I'm a stash person. I get overwhelmed and then I feel guilty for not using it. I do think that some stash things, like I think this is nice to have as kind of like decoration. You can't see it up there. I have another little thing of yarn up there. I think it's nice to have some as decoration, but then once I get too much, like I've got 2 sweaters quantities back here. I've got a bunch of single skein sock yarns. I buy particular yarns for particular projects and then I don't do them. And then I buy more yarn for other projects and it's just stressing me out a little bit. So I want 2026 to be the year that I get through some of the projects that I've already dreamed up. And then as I get them out, I can cast on new. I really, really, really want to do the Lume pullover. I don't remember. Let me see if I can look it up really quickly. I really want to do the Lume pullover. I really want to do my first color work project that I actually finish. I've started a couple of stranded color work projects, but I haven't finished any of them. This yarn is for my, the quilted cardigan. What is it called? Here, let me look at this. The Lume pullover is by Sari Nordlund. And I can post a little picture of what the Lume pullover looks like here. And then, the heirloom quilt cardigan. That's the other one that I'm thinking of. That's what this beautiful tweed yarn back here is for. And the problem with this yarn is the heirloom quilt cardigan calls for DK weight yarn. And this is labeled. Was this labeled as DK weight yarn? I believe this was, whatever website I bought this from, I believe that it was labeled as DK weight yarn, but I think it's just a teensy bit too thin. I don't like how much, when I use the needles that I need to meet the gauge that I need, I don't love how open it is. I'll also put up a picture of the heirloom quilt cardigan right here so you can see what I'm talking about. If you haven't seen it already, that is by Katrin Seeberger. But I'm excited about both of those things. I don't have the yarn for the Lume yet, so I'm trying to hold off buying yarn for the Lume until I finish this storm sweater. And then maybe after I'm finished with that, I'll start looking at yarn for the Lume. I am also going to... All right, so some other yarn that I need to find plans for because I love it and I want to use it. This is yarn that I got at the Black Mountain yarn shop in Black Mountain, North Carolina. This is from Farmer's Daughter Fibers, and it is their Sakapai base. It's 100% Montana and Wyoming Rambouillet. And it is in the colorway Cinnapaw. And it is 248 yards per 50 grams. So like a light fingering, I would say. And then I've got these 2 Knitting for Olive floofs, little mohairs. The soft silk mohair. And this is in the color Bordeaux. And these are so pretty together. And I feel like it would be a really cute, like scalloped. I saw a scalloped kerchief a while ago and I have looked all over Ravelry for it and I cannot find it. So if you know of a scalloped kerchief, let me know in the comments because I'm looking for it. I found one that's cute, but it's not the one I was looking for. There's one that I have in my mind that I found. I feel like it might have been like a yellow yarn or like a multicolored, like a block, like a color block, like yellow orange type of deal. I don't know, but I need to find it. And then the other yarn that I already have a plan for this, and I bought a skein of fingering weight because I'm going to make another Oslo hat for a friend who's been wanting one when I find time for that. And then I have this. I got this at DFW as well. This is from Wanderluck Fibers. It is their linen luxe base. It's 50% alpaca, 25% linen, and 25% silk. It is super soft, very dreamy. The halo on it is beautiful. And I love this color. I really want to make, I have 2 skeins of it. It is fingering weight, and I have 2 skeins. So I have 876 yards of this. I'd really like to make a tank top. I think that's enough to make a tank top. I just don't know what I would make. But this is another one that I bought for a particular purpose and just haven't made anything out of it yet. But those are kind of what I've been thinking about, projects I've been mulling over. That's really it for yarny things. Now for sewing stuff, I am opening my shop again this year. I've missed it. It's probably not going to be quite to the scale that it was last time. I plan on doing quarterly drops, and I am going to make, I've ordered Valentine's fabric. I ordered it like a week and a half ago, and it's still not here, but it's supposed to be here on the 8th. So hopefully that will be the case. And I bought some spring fabric. So I'm hoping to have some bags ready before the end of the month or early next month. I really want to start doing some quilted bags. I plan on doing more than just drawstring, but I don't know what it's going to look like. It's going to kind of be whatever works for the amount of time that I have and for the amount of patience that I have. At first, you'll probably see a lot of drawstring bags, and then I want to start doing zipper and snap bags as well. But I guess this is kind of a good segue into life stuff. We had a wonderful Christmas. All of our family came. My family came in the morning, and then my husband's family came in the evening. That's what we've done for the last couple of years. It's been really nice. We go to everyone else's home for Thanksgiving. So 2 years ago, we asked if everyone could come to our house for Christmas because it's hard with the boys. We're the only one with young kids. We have a niece and nephews, but they're all teenagers. And it's kind of hard. My dad lives an hour and a half away, and my husband's family lives about 45 minutes to an hour away, depending on traffic. And it's kind of hard loading the kids up, bringing them, because we go to my dad's first. So that's an hour and a half drive. And then it's 45 minutes to my in-laws. And then it's 45 minutes back home. And so it's just kind of hard I don't know. It would be hard to do that on Christmas. And we have done it on Christmas in the past. And it's just hard loading up the boys. They get upset because they're sleepy and they don't want to leave and they just want to play with their presents, but we have to load their presents up in the back. And so it's just nice having Christmas at our house. And I'm very grateful because everyone was perfectly fine with the transition, and I'm very grateful. But we did that, and then we had like 2 Christmas parties that we went to, which was so fun. I feel like it was a really busy holiday season in the best way. And then we had a New Year's Eve party at our home for our neighbors and a few of our friends, and it was a blast. We had so many people in our house. We have a little back patio outside, so it was kind of like adults with older kids or no kids in our kitchen, adults with kids in our living room, and then all the kids losing their minds on the patio. And my youngest son I had these like little party horns that I got we did an early ball drop, an 8 p.m. ball drop. And my youngest son pulled them out before I was planning on it. And so they were just like made of a little marching band going around the house with their little horns. It was so funny, but it was such a blast. And my husband and I talked about it a few months ago when we did our autumnal equinox party. We talked about trying to do some kind of get together every month with friends and neighbors. And, or not every month. That would be a lot. Every quarter. So like every season. So we did our fall party, we did our winter party, and then we'll do a spring party, which will probably end up being my son's birthday parties. One of my son's birthday is in December, and my other son's birthday is in March. And last year we just did a joint birthday in February, or was it February? Yeah, in February. And it worked out really, really well. So we're going to do literally the same exact thing, and it actually fell on the same exact day. And I think that will be perfect. And then we'll figure out something for summer. Summer's pretty easy. We'll probably just do like an outside barbecue kind of thing. We used to get together with our neighbors a lot, like doing progressive dinners and cookouts and driveway. Like we'll do like a little driveway potluck type thing. But a few of us have young kids that started school recently, and so it's just kind of slowed down as like everybody's life is transitioning. So I'm excited to start hanging out with everyone again. I feel like I've become more of a homebody as I've gotten older, but I am extroverted and I really get energized being around people. It helps lift my spirits. I also wanted to talk about my Fiber Festival plans for this year. We already have the hotel for DFW and we already have the hotel for Rhinebeck. So those I am planning on attending. I am so excited. I did DFW last year with Leah and we are going to be doing it again this year. And then I'm headed to Rhinebeck with Meredith and some of her family. And I am so excited. They did Rhinebeck last year. I think they only went for I'm pretty sure they only went for one day and they enjoyed it so much they wanted to go for the whole weekend. So I'm really excited about that. I think that's going to be a blast. That is really all I have for you this week. Thank you so much for hanging out. I'm excited to talk to you again every single week. I plan to post on Tuesdays every week, and you'll see me in shorts occasionally here and there. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know down below what you're working on. And I can't wait to talk to you again next week. I'll see you later. Bye.